After the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus in 2020, governments across the globe took swift action to contain the pandemic. Many countries contemplated a variety of projects during this time to help stimulate their economies and lessen the blow of the pandemic. In Nigeria, some of those projects include road maintenance initiatives and the construction and rehabilitation of isolation centers and hospital complexes, to mention a few. Over the past 2 years, budgets with support from the Innovation for Change Africa Hub has tracked several COVID-19 intervention projects across 6 states. This time, we visited Rivers and Ondo states to assess the general maintenance repairs of the Eleme Junction-One Junction dual carriageway in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, the construction of an isolation treatment center in the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, and the construction of new hospital complexes at Akure, Ondo State. 450 million naira was set up to fund the general maintenance repair at the Eleme Junction-One Junction dual carriageway, but the project was soon abandoned.
This road is the only road that connects Rivers State and Akwa Ibom State. So whether you like it or not, on a daily basis, commuters, travelers, bus drivers, they transport goods, services, people on this road to another state.
For locals and commuters alike, the road repair was a lifeline, opening a quick and simple path to larger urban centers. But today, the road lies unfinished with potholes, debris and incomplete pavement, making the route a deadly threat for motorists. This is a problem that has been going on for well over a decade.
I also fly this road virtually every day, 5 times in a week basically. During rain season, you can't even fly this road. Very, very bad is what we are facing daily. And we have to spend so much repairing our cars. I mean, it's really a bad one for us.
This is the main entrance to Akwa Ibom. The construction, they did it to some certain extent and stop. So from this Eleme axis, they have this, they stopped, they did not touch it. And this Eleme axis is one holding, in fact, it's the treasure base of Rivers State. It's Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. The treasure base is this Eleme, because we have everything that is feeding the rivers and even the entire nation. So I don't, the level of negligence is just too much. They are just maltreating us and it's not good. For some years now, about this road, for some years, like 15 years, the one I can remember, it has been like this, so bad. It has deteriorated and commuters, you see that they find it difficult to go to their destination. The level of negligence by the federal government is really bad. The kind of accident that happens on this road every day is something that is really alarming. And one good thing about this Eleme section of East-West Road is it leads to the One Oil and Gas, which has to do with the Federal Ocean Terminal and the Federal Lighter Terminal.
In fact, up to more than 25 years from now, this road have been staying. People, they suffer. The kind of people, they suffer when they for this road there. I don't know, because if you look at last week for Lode Junction there, trailer, I think by the grace of God, I hear that the man nearly died because of bad road. I'm telling you, in my presence, I see him along the road, here, just close to us here. You know, most of the time, before you see as they pass road, before you know, it don't fall, trailer don't fall because of bad road. It's not good. We cannot continue like this. And we say, I am a good citizen from Nigeria. See the road now for Rivers State.
In addition to the numerous deaths, injuries and property losses the road has caused, the poor quality of the road has also hindered commercial growth and development in the area.
You know, there are sometimes people who want to come and get something, buy something from me, and because of the road, we are coming from Port Harcourt, because of the road, they cannot come. It has really affected business and it affected me seriously.
Meanwhile, all efforts to reach the Federal Road Maintenance Agency FEMA for comment on the state of the road proved abortive as of the time of filing this report. Apart from the road project, The government also made haste to establish an 18-bed isolation unit at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, UPTH, Rivers. At the same time, 3.2 billion naira was also allocated for constructing new hospital complexes in Akure, Ondo State. While the one in Rivers has been completed and is operational, the construction of the new hospital complexes in Akure is still ongoing. During our last visit, we observed that over 75% of the project had been completed.
So it was really timely that this place was set up. The team was already in place, but the building, the structure, the equipment, the equipping of the place was really timely because it gave us the opportunity to bring in people from all over the state and a few from even outside the state to treat them, manage them, and then that really helped with the response.
Well, I believe that if the project is successfully completed, it will go a long way in helping to make better the health sector. It would improve the health sector in general, even in Ondo State, which is a beneficiary of the project.
The project so far so good. They are doing a super job because when you see the quality of what is done there, you see that they are not minding money at all. I want to implore the government to please speed up work on the project because in all sincerity, it's been delayed, it's affecting the populace. If you now refer somebody to specialist hospital here now, you take them to Ondo, the risk, that somebody taking from Akure to Ondo, some lose their life on their way. So if it is completed on time, it will save time, money and life.
Despite these rapid responses, medical staff still faced difficulties.
And in the peak of the COVID-19 response, we had maxed out all the beds in this place. So every bed was occupied with people who were either suspected or confirmed cases for COVID beds. We were working 24 hours round the clock. It was crazy. So if you are on shift, it's a 24-hour shift, and you are likely to be on your feet from beginning of that shift to the end. When the next team comes to replace you, you are basically dead on your feet because so much has happened. Summary was really crazy. That some of us didn't burn out and collapse is just the grace of God.
Worthy of note is the government's efforts to complete the project. However, more needs to be done.
We want to appeal that state of preparedness should not go down. Training and retraining of health workers should continue. Provision of the basic PPEs to continue so that we don't get caught unawares.
Going into the hospital is a very good thing to see the structure being put in place. But what about the facilities that will be there? The ongoing work that is being put in place there is a very good one. It's a very good edifice. It's a very good one. But I have seen that the project has been on ground for some time, which I believe by now, considering the fact of what we went through during COVID-19, at least till this moment, our government supposed to have making this to be to facilitate, to make sure they hasten up or to quicken up the work.
While the government's action to invest in infrastructure projects for citizens' interests is commendable, prioritizing and completing these projects is vital for sustainable development. Although it is too late for those who have lost loved ones on the LMA or NER road, completing the route will bring much-needed relief to locals and commuters. In the meantime, the government should establish sufficient monitoring and accountability procedures to ensure efficient project execution.